folks, it is Supradrew here. I hope everybody's having a great day today. Welcome to another episode of Cooking with Supradrew. This episode I'm going to be making nachos. I'm going to make my own guacamole, and I will be frying my own tortillas. I'm not going to use them out of the bag. And yeah, what do you say we get started? Okay, stand by. Okay, here are the ingredients I'm going to be using. I've got a 1.5 pounds of ground chuck. I've got McCormick's taco seasoning because it's just easier than me, messing with trying to make one of my own. I've got a couple bags of cheese. I've got some oil, iceberg lettuce, paste picante sauce. I've got the corn tortillas, tomato, onion, avocados. I've got sour cream, jalapenos, and sliced black olives. Okay, stand by and we'll get started. Okay, the first thing I'm going to do is take my 1.5 pounds of ground chuck. We're going to put it in the 4-quart saucepan, and we're going to cook that, and I'm going to keep stirring it as I'm cooking it so it'll be nice little small pieces, no big chunks. Okay, stand by a second. Okay, see how I've got the meat all broken up nice and small? I'm going to keep stirring it as it continues to cook, and I'll be right back with the next step. Okay, I've got the meat fully cooked. I've strained all of the fat out of it. Now it's time to add the taco seasoning. Now, my procedure is to add the seasoning, stir it in, and let it cook for a minute before I add the water. I think it kind of brings the flavor out a little bit more. Okay, now a few of you have probably already noticed that I used 1.5 pounds of meat, whereas the seasoning packet calls for only 1 pound of meat. Well, stand by. This will become apparent in a little while. Okay, I will go get some water and add it to this, and we'll let it boil down. I've already got my oil heating up for the tortillas, and yeah, we'll be back in just a minute. Stand by. Okay, now that I've got it boiling, I'm going to turn it down to medium and let it simmer, and as soon as all of the water's boiled out, I'll explain why I used 1.5 pounds instead of 1 pound. Okay, while our taco meat is cooking, what do you say we go ahead and make the guacamole? Alright, looks like I need to sharpen this knife. It's starting to get a little dull, no big deal. There we go. Just make some little cuts like so. Like a little crisscross pattern. Then I'll grab a spoon and we'll just scoop the avocado right out of there. See? Alright, let's do the next one. See if I can get the angle a little bit better for you. A little difficult for me because I'm right-handed and I've got the camera on my left-hand side. But we'll just scoop it right out of there. Do the next one. Oh yeah, definitely time for a knife sharpening. Slice and scoop. Okay, so you can see I've got the avocado in the bowl. I'm going to mash it up just a little bit, but I want to leave it somewhat chunky. Just mashing it up against the side, stirring it a little bit every now and then. That looks good. Now I've already got some onions diced, so I'm going to add them. I've already got some tomatoes diced. I'll add a few of those. That looks good. A little bit of salt. And my favorite thing in the whole world, yep, you guessed it, sriracha. That'll warm it up a little bit. Okay, that's it. There's Supradrew's guacamole. Let's take a taste. Oh my god, fantastic. I'll set that off to the side and we'll just let it sit for a while. Okay, stand by. I'll be back in just a moment. Okay guys, I've got my oil heated up to about 350 to 360 degrees. Now I'm just going to start dropping in the tortillas. Now these don't take long to cook, you guys. And you don't want to overload it either. See, I can feel them with the end of my little strainer here, and I can feel them starting to get hard, starting to get crisp. I'm just going to pull them out, let them drip a little bit, and I have paper towels on top of a plate over here. And while they're still hot, I'm going to sprinkle on a little bit of Lowry's seasoned salt. Okay, now for the next batch. There we go. Okay guys, stand by. I will go ahead and get the rest of these cooked. There we go. There are the cooked chips right here. Okay, stand by. I'll show you what the paste picante sauce is going to do to spice up our meat mix. Alright, be right back. Okay, now that I've got all the water boiled out of the taco meat, it's time to add my secret ingredient, paste picante sauce. Now I've chosen mild, but you can use medium or hot. It doesn't matter, whatever you choose. So we'll go ahead and put in, well, about a half a jar. We'll stir that up, and this will compensate for the extra half pound of meat that I put in at the beginning. This will give it a nice tomatoey tang, and it'll also help bind the meat together a little bit better. So now I'm going to let this simmer for about another 10 minutes or so, and then we'll go ahead and assemble the nachos. Okay folks, stand by. Okay guys, I'm going to take some of these chips, I'm going to lay them out. That looks good. Some of the cheese. And I'll put some of this still steaming meat on top. That'll help melt the cheese. Then I'm going to put this in the oven under the broiler. Yeah, that looks good. Okay, stand by, folks. Okay, folks, fresh out of the oven. Now for some onions. I like a lot of onions on mine. Now for some tomatoes. Black olives. Oh yeah, gotta have the black olives. Jalapenos. It looks good. I'll put a nice chunk of guac over here. And a little bit of sour cream right next to it. And then to top it off, a little fresh, ice-cold iceberg lettuce. And that's it. That's how Supradrew does his nachos. I hope you guys enjoyed this one and try it at home sometime. I'm going to go eat. Okay, everybody have a great day. We'll see you soon. Bye-bye now.